Okay, everybody, welcome to the new improved Chem 104 online edition for spring 2020. So, let me talk through the syllabus and the first week's homework assignment and handout. So, I'll go through the syllabus here. So, some modifications to the syllabus are highlighted here. I'm going to organize the rest of the semester by week and different lessons within each week rather than by day. I will try to have everything posted for the upcoming week on Sunday evening, and everything that's due that week is supposedly due the following Sunday at midnight, but I'm setting all the due dates in Sakai to May 8th. So try to stay current with the material, but you have some grace periods there. Please be in contact with me if your situation changes or something's going on. I'm going to post homework on Sakai. To turn in the homework, simply type in the text box for that assignment that you did in fact do the homework and checked the answer key, and then use the text box to post any questions you have about the homework. So that's the way we're going to do homework. Quizzes. There will be 3 more quizzes approximately every other week for the next 5 weeks. More details about the quizzes will come later. I'm still going to drop your 2 lowest quiz scores from the semester. There's going to be 1 more midterm that covers the material from the last week or so before spring break, and then the new material, organometallics and bioinorganic chemistry. The more details about the midterm will be released later. And finally, there's going to be a cumulative final exam. Your score on this exam will not lower your grade in the course, but it could raise your grade in the course. And we'll talk about the final later as well. Honor code policy. This is an interesting time, and so I'm making all of the rest of this class open book, open note, open internet. I don't expect you to need these resources, but I don't want to limit you. I'm much more interested in you being able to show me what you're doing rather than getting the correct answers on the homeworks and the exams. The course grading scale hasn't changed. I'm still going to drop 2 of the quizzes. I am going to give you your in-progress course grade after I've graded midterm 1. I'm still waiting on a few of those. It's currently Saturday, March 28th, so I'm still waiting for some of those to be graded. Please try to get your work submitted before the Sunday midnight deadline, if possible, so I can keep your grade current. But if you can't do that, please communicate with me. I encourage you to work with a partner if possible, virtually, for all the work in this class. And your participation grade, this is important for me. I really am going to miss seeing you guys every day. So if you can make sure to check in with me once a week, either at a virtual office hour on Google Meet, or send me an email describing what you've done on Chem 104. And actually, I want to scroll back up to the top because I forgot to mention my office hours here. This Google Meet should be a static link, although if there's problems, I'll post it on Sakai. You can continue to make an appointment for me using my Calendly app if you need to do that instead. Okay, scrolling back down, here's the course schedule for the next 5 weeks. Week 1, we're going to review the ligand substitution reactions we did in class, and we're going to talk about organometallic ligands. Next week, April 6th through 10th, we're going to talk about organometallic reactions and catalysis. The following week, we'll talk about bioinorganic chemistry, then experimental techniques, and finally we're going to do a metalloenzyme case study and finish out the class. So these are the same topics I was planning to teach in the live version of the course. It's just going to be a slightly different format with probably quite a bit less content. I really don't recommend using Fenig's organometallics chapters. I don't like them very much. I will be providing you with PDFs for those chapters. There is no bioinorganic chemistry chapter in Fenig, so I'll be giving you some readings there as well. I provided some links on Sakai to some additional resources on organometallics, and that's actually on the next page. So that's the end of the syllabus. And now we'll move on to talk about the first handout. So we're going to have 5 more handouts for the course, 1 per week. Each week I'm going to post a list of topics that are coming. So here's your first homework. Read the updated syllabus and do the syllabus homework. You'll get 2 points for that. So make sure to stay current with that homework. I'm going to post short lessons with guided inquiry problems, so to sort of help you work through that material. The lessons are going to be posted on YouTube like this video is, or as a downloadable movie, or as a PDF that you can play on a PDF player like the pencasts were earlier in the semester. Everything's going to be based on Sakai. Links to the YouTube channel will be on Sakai. Here are the other resources for studying organometallics. The organometallics hypertext book is a very good resource. It's limited. There's one really good article on hydroamination. I think you should all check it out. George Stanley's text, he used to host this text himself, but they changed their how public their course management system could be, so we host it on Ionic Viper now. Here's the schedule for this coming week. So week 1, lesson 1 is going to be a review of ligand substitution. Week 1, lesson 2 will be organometallics history, so pages 1 through 6 of the handout that I'll give you. Lesson 3 will be these ligands. Lessons 4 will be these ligands. And then here are the homeworks that are going to go live on Sakai. Right now only the first 2 exist, and actually only the first one exists, although there's a placeholder for the iRing plot homework on Sakai right now. So I'm going to have you turn in homeworks 1, 2, 3, and 4 on Sakai, the way I mentioned on the syllabus. Just fill out that you did it, and I'm not going to collect your work, but I'll be happy to answer your questions. Here are some additional skills I'm going to want you to have, so be able to draw the bonding interactions, be able to interpret the basics of spectroscopy. And depending on your timing, you may want to get a little bit ahead. So chapter 20 of organometallics will be posted on Sakai at some point. So if you want to take a look at that, I haven't quite figured out exactly what we're going to cover there, but it's going to be focusing on what's listed here. I hope this video works for everyone, and if there's a problem with anything, please come to office hours, send me an email. I really want you to succeed in this class under this new format, and hope for the best for everybody.